So the research tells us that rising female leaders are leaving the workplace kind of in droves, but I've had the honor of having a lot of behind the scenes conversations with women executives and also dozens of rising female leaders. And also there's new research coming out on exactly why this is happening. And there's a couple myths out there, so I wanted to clear them up. So hopefully you can, and your organization can best support your top female talent. So the first one is, and this has probably come, not too much surprise, but it's invisible labor and also burnout. So a lot of times women leaders are picking up the slack, and maybe somebody else on their team or in the organization has been exited, and they've actually trained their leader that they will take it on. So part of that obviously is on the organization, but also part of it is having the rising female leaders to understand how to say no, how to have boundaries, and also be a team player. And also shift around what's okay, what's not okay, and having their management understand that by allowing them to focus on what's most important for the business rather than taking on too many things is going to be most beneficial for their manager and the organization. So that challenge has been out there for a while, is twofold. And it's also building the confidence and courage to be able to have a very explicit and confident conversation with their manager. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is actually a myth that many rising female leaders are leaving for family reasons. It turns out that the research is telling us that that is not actually the case. Maybe in some instances it is, but the bigger reason is that they're being recruited elsewhere, assuming that the rising leader is not seeing a path forward, not being recognized, and not seeing that they are going to be able to have a raise or promotion. So again, that is twofold. A lot of times women leaders or rising leaders get overlooked because their male counterparts are more verbal than they are. In other words, they're more verbal about what they're working on, their accomplishments, and what they want. So part of the equation is rising female leaders to understand that nobody is a mind reader. They need to get very comfortable talking about their accomplishments and also not, deflecting to their team and giving their team all of the credit. I mean, if they have a team, the team has a leader, so they need to understand how to document what they're doing and how to talk about what they're doing in a confident and unapologetic way to the leadership or to whoever it is that is going to be in the rooms that they're not in and have a voice in the rooms that they are not in. So that's definitely part of it. And then also the other part of it is, so thinking about ways that the organization can support them as well and be more explicit about what they're thinking about, the opportunities that lie down the road, and what have you. So the good news is that for both of these things, there is a proven process that can help rising female leaders to be community-based, to learn from each other, but also to learn how to be more confident, how to speak with influence, how to speak up for what they want, but also how to speak up for the accomplishments, things that they have already done, and also to make big asks. In other words, to ask about sponsorships and ask for what they need, and that is also part of the equation. So if you would like to do more, or if you'd like to continue the conversation, or if you'd like to learn more for yourself or for your organization, I am here for it. I would love to help in any way that I can and share what's currently working the best for the organizations and companies and strategic partners that I am working with. As always, I am cheering you on, and I look forward to seeing you next time.